You have been doing various analysis asking or maybe trying to show why Rigathi Gachagua was impeached. And actually, we have all come to one conclusion, that Rigathi Gachagua was impeached from a perspective. What do I mean by that? It's only political reasons that made Rigathi Gachagua to be impeached. I've done videos here to show that if it's the issue to do with corruption, we know who is more corrupt than the other. If it's the issue to do with tribalism, we know who is more tribalist than the other. So therefore, when it comes to the issues that were raised in the National Assembly and the Senate, it's only one factor that stands out. The issue to do with the political rivalry that is coming up in the mountain, and as far as the 2027 and 2032 political strategies are concerned. If you check all the reasons that were given in Parliament, it was very clear that none of them, according to me, it's none of them actually, could have resulted to Rigathi Gachagua alone being impeached. If those reasons were supposed to stand for the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, then William Ruto was the first person to march out of the State House. Then we have Rigathi Gachagua, the members of Parliament, and most of the senators. But now, because it was a political thing that was being executed in the National Assembly, they just gave us those list, that list, to simply taint Rigathi Gachagua as a negative person, as a person who is not fit for office, to the public, not to the leaders themselves. Now, behind the curtains, it was very clear they had a political reason. And according to my analysis, I had already given out that the major reason as to why Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, it's because of his fight for the unity of Mount Kenya. I gave reasons and said that Mount Kenya, when it's united, it poses a big threat to either sitting president or someone who is intending to become a president in this country. So therefore, William Ruto had to ensure that he has completely destabilized Mount Kenya to give him an easy way come 2027, because if Mount Kenya votes against you, you are likely going to go home. Now, on this video here today, that is not going to be based on analysis. We are going to do an analysis on who impeached Rigathi Gachagua. We know Raila Odinga is there. We also know that we have, of course, William Ruto. When it comes to William Ruto, we agree the unity of Mount Kenya is what he never wanted Rigathi Gachagua to execute. So now that he is out, new evidence has come out that it was not only Rigathi Gachagua, it was not only William Ruto who was intending to impeach him, but even Raila Odinga. And this is what is going to form the basis for this analysis here today. But before I do so, please, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support can always give this channel. Listen to this clip.
Juzi watu walikuwa wanauliza kwa nini tumeshiriki kama ODM kutoa Gachagua. Gachagua ni mtu ambaye alikuwa na mdomo chafu. Na tena alikuwa anatusi baba. Nikaambia wewe siku yako utafika kama nyani. Siku ile ambaye kila miti itateleza. Iliteleza maikuteleza. Imeteleza maikuteleza. Na kama watu ya ngambo hiyo hawangeungana na chama ya ODM ndani ya bunge, hawangetoa Gachagua. Kweli au si kweli? Hiyo ndio inamaanisha ya kwamba ODM iko na nguvu kwa sababu UDA hawangetoa Gachagua peke yao. Lazima waongee na sisi kama ODM. Na sisi tukaweka Gachagua kwa ratili, tukaona ni mtu ambaye hana maana, aende kabi. Wale watu ambaye
Now, up to there, it is very clear. Junet Mohammed has made it very clear that Rigathi Gachagua abused Baba. In so many occasions, Rigathi Gachagua was found attacking Raila Odinga. It is true, we accept that. During this time, some of the things he said is that mzee wa kitendawili akae mbali na State House. He said even at some point, aleka mitego. That was a clear indication that Rigathi Gachagua never wanted Raila Odinga close to power at all. So therefore, in all these occasions, even actually in some funeral, Raila Odinga and Rigathi Gachagua met, and Rigathi Gachagua was very clear that sisi hatuogopi mazungumzo, tunaogopa ni wewe, kwa sababu ukiingia kwa kila serikali inasambaratika. So at that, it was very clear that Rigathi Gachagua never wanted Raila Odinga and his common enemy, which was Raila Odinga. Now, the 2022 general election campaign, during that time, everybody was campaigning against Raila Amolo Odinga, William Ruto himself, and of course, Rigathi Gachagua. Now, Rigathi Gachagua was hitting on two faces, both Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, after they had defeated Raila Amolo Odinga, the only enemy that was in place was Raila Amolo Odinga. Rigathi Gachagua was very sure that Raila Amolo Odinga will exist, will be there, and will always have an impact in the government. So, therefore, he constantly kept talking about Mzee wa Kitendawili. Now, even he accused William Ruto at some point that ameshikana mzee wa kitendawili. Now, he also had to leave and go and meet Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. That was a clear indication there's a problem between Raila Amolo Odinga and, of course, Rigathi Gachagua. Now, based on what was happening, after Rigathi Gachagua had attacked Raila Amolo Odinga to that extent, therefore, Rigathi Gachagua was a marked enemy. An enemy of William Ruto, because William Ruto never wanted Rigathi Gachagua to unite the mountain. An enemy of Raila Amolo Odinga because of the abuses and the kind of obstacles that he was creating. And of course, we can say to some extent that he was also preventing his success in the general politics, because he kept on reminding the country on who Raila Amolo Odinga was. Because we all know that Raila Amolo Odinga is well trusted by the people of Luo Nyanza, but when it comes to the people of Kisii, Coast and other regions, it's not easy for these gentlemen and women to follow Raila Amolo Odinga that fast. So therefore, if Rigathi Gachagua was constantly in the limelight speaking negative about Raila Amolo Odinga, there are people supposed actually could have swayed to follow his direction and leave Raila Amolo Odinga. So Rigathi Gachagua was a common enemy between Raila Amolo Odinga and, of course, William Samoei Ruto. And all these people never wanted him. Now, he's also a common enemy from this perspective here. In 2032, Raila Amolo Odinga is interested to endorse somebody. In 2027, it's very clear that Raila Amolo Odinga will endorse William Ruto. William Ruto will also be intending to endorse either deputy president or our president, because they are all intending to remain in power for some time. Now, when that time comes, if Rigathi Gachagua has the power that he was already exhibiting, he was becoming very powerful, particularly in the mountain region. He was now commanding, and if you Gachagua had already started transforming himself to an extent where he had already he had already stopped speaking in a certain way that was a bit rebellistic, because you remember him talking about shares and such. He reached a point and stopped, just focused on mountain, uniting the mountain, and I'm sure his strategy next was to move to the rest of the country. So they were very sure that if this gentleman gains the ground, gets attraction from various parts of this country, come 2032, it was going to be very hard for them to propel any of their candidates, that is William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, to propel any of their candidates to the general election, because Rigathi Gachagua will be coming with huge numbers from the mountain region. So therefore, in this video here, we want to conclude overwhelmingly that Rigathi Gachagua was a common enemy for both Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto, and that is what resulted to his impeachment. I don't know what is your take. If this is the first time you're watching our videos, please make sure to subscribe, like and comment on this video here, and also you can watch more other videos that we do, and please make sure to subscribe, because that is the best support you can always give the channel. My name is Abel Mukwa. See you next time for more videos.